I hope I'm pronouncing your surname correctly. Good morning, my darling. Pumeza, it's a very good morning. Kate Howell. Chantal, Porchita, I think I see a beautiful picture. I'm hoping we're going to see your face today. Very good morning. Kate Howell. Undisai Ngobeni, Claudine Stolberg, it's a very good morning. All Tulum Shongo, I'm the one in the apron. Thank you, sir. Morning, Natalie. Tabita Mauta, Veronica Mbuweni is trying to connect. Therusha, very good morning, my dear. Miriam Zisengwe, hello, hello, hello. Gabriela, it's a very good morning to you. Zanele Mkwena. Ife Oma Odum, she blossoms or blooms confidently. Wow, I love that that you have showing us there. Sandiswa Kai, it's a very good morning. Zinette or Zinat. Ndaba Moyo, it's a very good morning to you. I'm assuming this is a gentleman. If I'm wrong, please do let me know. Mpho Mkhotsi, Pauline Mosesane, it's a very good morning. Swazi Boka. Leanne, good morning. Mpho, hello. The ladies, we are about to start. We've got about 2 minutes before we go live at 9 o'clock. Please make sure that your cameras are on. We are recording the session so that we can all go back and have a look at it and watch and take out whatever we may have missed out. So please, if we could have our cameras on, that would be much appreciated. Don't forget as well to have your coffees, your teas, whatever wakes you up in the morning, and have your laptops, your iPads, book and paper if we still do that. I love writing, so I always have a pen and paper because we have amazing speakers, but also we have phenomenal lionesses that are launching. So I'm pretty excited. We need to take down their handles, the socials, and follow them as soon as right now. Don't forget, once again, hashtag Lioness Lean In on Twitter. Please, let's get today exploding and trending. We're counting down. I think it's 1 minute before we start. Hashtag Lioness Lean In. We share, we inspire, we connect for accelerated success. Hello, Raksha. Wonderful to see you. Thanks, Melanie, for picking up Raksha. Putty's iPhone. Good morning, Putty. Right, 1 minute to live. Ladies, if you haven't grabbed what you need to grab, you'll have to figure it out as we go. Thank you for the music. Good morning, Lionesses. Tula Khanyo. Hello, Tula. Right, ladies, my lionesses, it's a very good morning. Welcome to our fourth Lioness Lean In. I am very excited. I am standing in for the gorgeous Shubi this morning. My name is Nomalanga Sitole Intombi Ebalamalanga Ujobe Kamachana Umondise. You know, if you're African, you'll do your totems. And it's a wonderful morning. I know it's a little bit overcast in some of the places, but we hope that you are warm. Sam Gillian, please make sure you are on mute. Thank you, thank you, thank you very much. Ladies, I am going to start. I just want to say thank you once again for joining us. I am your Lioness Lean In ambassador and your host for this morning. And let me start by saying a huge thank you to our impact partner for all our Lioness Lean In webinars here in South Africa. Hashtag Mzansi Africa Volkswagen Group. They continue to be fantastic partners of Lionesses of Africa and real supporters of women entrepreneurs. For those who are with us for the first time, Vavas J, we say that in Afrikaans, where have you been? No, like I, but we welcome you with open arms, and we are about to experience thousands of women entrepreneurs what they experience across the African continent for the past 6 years. We have been growing and continue to grow. It's a morning of inspirational startup stories, sharing insights, great insights at that, advice, and a great network to tap into. Trust me, ladies, this is a network you will never regret being a part of. Just on the socials, let's get today trending. Please use the hashtag Lioness Lean In. I'll also put it on the chat as we go for all your tweets this morning. If you aren't following us, please do follow us on Lionesses of Africa across all the socials, but let's make sure Twitter is blowing big. And so let's just get inspired. That's all I want us to do. Get inspired, have fun, and hear what other women are doing. And also this morning, I want to introduce, as always, joining Lioness Lean In, Thuli Zikalala, who is the founder of Yellow Owl, and she is our professional sign language interpreter for those women entrepreneurs joining us who are deaf and hard of hearing. So ladies, let us use the claps, let us use the love, and let's welcome our wonderful Thuli, looking absolutely dashing in the red. All right, once again, if you're joining us for the first time, let me tell you who Lionesses of Africa is. We are the fastest growing community of women entrepreneurs in the African continent. By last year, we were sitting on just over 1 million. We are glad to say we are sitting over 1.3 million women entrepreneurs in our community and rapidly growing. So please give yourselves a round of applause for being part of this 1.3 million strong network. And we are in all 54 African countries. I always say to Melanie, I will work and I will live in all 54 African countries, because Africa is definitely the place to be. We're also in the diaspora, and there's a lot of fellow women entrepreneurs to connect with and do business with. So make sure, ladies, you are connecting. And the vision of Lionesses of Africa is to advance Africa's women entrepreneurs by building and delivering entrepreneur development programs, mentoring programs, business tools, digital channels, community platforms, networking events like these as well, and information resources delivered at a scale to women, and always, ladies, free of charge. So make sure you just take everything that we give you, because, hey, we are going the extra mile. So I want to introduce her. I always say to her, she sat wherever she sat many years ago, and she is the brain mother, the queen mother. Who am I talking about? She is the founder and CEO of Lionesses of Africa. Melanie Hawkin is about to tell us what's happening in our world this month. Over to you, Melanie.
Noms, thank you so much, and it's so good to be with all of you this morning, to see all of your wonderful faces, and to really get together for a morning of inspiration, story sharing, motivation. That's what we do, and that's what Lionesses of Africa is all about. So for those of you who are here for the first time, welcome. And for all of those familiar faces, those women that have actually, I'm seeing women in the room here that have been with us from the very first time we held our very first Lioness Lean In event in Johannesburg all those many years ago. So thank you for being part of this incredible journey we've been on for the past 6 years plus. So this morning, I always love it when I can actually start a Lioness Lean In with some news and some exciting announcements. So this morning, I'm going to do exactly that. I've got some really exciting news to share with you today. Lionesses of Africa has launched its new The Business of Funding podcast. It's a brand new podcast radio show in partnership with Enigma Ventures, which is a private investment fund focused on investing in women-led businesses in Southern Africa, co-founded by the amazing entrepreneurs Sarah and Jacob Dusak. It's the first in a series of brand new podcast radio shows that we're going to be launching on our Lioness Radio platform over the next couple of months. Trust me, you are going to hear some incredible story sharing, great advice, great information that will help you to grow your business as well. So why are we launching this particular show on funding right now? Well, we all know the challenges facing women entrepreneurs to get access to finance, access to that growth funding when you need it, has never been as challenging as it is now. It was always difficult, now it's even more so. But we also know that for many women business owners, actually getting investment ready and on the radars of investors is also really challenging. So the Business of Funding podcast, which I have to say is hosted by our very own Nomalanga Sitole, brings together investors and women entrepreneurs to talk about gender lens investing, but particularly to talk about the challenges, how to solve those challenges, the opportunities, and to celebrate the success stories when we see women entrepreneurs getting that really all-important growth funding. Investors such as Sarah Dusuk will be joining us on the show. In fact, she's the first of our investor guests on show number 1. And they're going to be talking about particularly what they look for when they're making investment decisions to invest in women-owned businesses. And we need to know that as women entrepreneurs, we need to make sure that we are presenting ourselves in the best way, that we're saying the right things and giving them the numbers that they need to see. We're also going to be inviting successful women entrepreneurs to share their personal experiences about taking their businesses to the next level. And I'm thrilled that in our first podcast, we have Claudia Castellanos-Roques, who's the co-founder of Black Mamba Foods. Some of you may have heard her share her story at one of our LeanIns. You may have seen and read her story on our platforms. She's just announced a 9.2 million Rand investment from Enigma Ventures, our partner. So this is working. Her business is now set on a growth path that is going to take it to the next level. So this is a podcast for women entrepreneurs who want to better understand the business of funding and what you need to do to get yourself there. So you can find our Business of Funding podcast on our Lioness of Africa website homepage right now, but we'll be sending the link to all of you on the about the show straight after this session this morning. So you'll all be able to hear it. It's 30 minutes, fit it into your coffee break, fit it into your lunch break, but get inspired, get motivated, and importantly, get to know how to operate in your space around the business of funding. One last thing, if you haven't already completed our survey that we've been running, the South Africa Women Entrepreneur Job Creator Survey, for those new people joining us today, we'd really love to hear your thoughts as well. So we'll be sending you a link to that as well. Have a great morning, and back to you, Noms.
Thank you very much, Melanie. Ladies, listen to the podcast. I mean, the information that is there, I was gobsmacked. I was just like, we need 24, 48 hours of this. So thank you once again, Melanie, for always looking out for us women entrepreneurs, and especially what we need in this time. At Lionesses of Africa, we work with our impact partners to make real change happen in the lives of women entrepreneurs. So to tell us more about what Volkswagen Group South Africa is doing to support women entrepreneurs, please, ladies, let's give a wave, use our emojis, and let's welcome Dr. Leslie Lee, gorgeous lady, division of Volkswagen Learning Academy, Volkswagen Group. Dr. Lee, it's a very good morning, and over to you.
Morning, Nomalanga. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for allowing me to be the guest speaker today. My talk is going to come from a book called Good to Great, where the author is Jim Collins. And what I'd like to do is just share some of the concepts with you as women and how do you actually put this into practice going forward. So first of all, he says that good is the enemy of great. So for example, we've got good schools, but we don't have great schools. And what happens in great organization is there's no miracle moment or there's no great opportunity. It's just that giant flywheel moving over and over and over again. So given the right conditions, you as entrepreneurs can make the right calls. He talks about 5 facts. The first one is first who, then what. And in this strategy, he's really talking about, we always mention that people are the correct assets. No, that's actually wrong. People are not the most important people. The right people are on the bus. So make sure in your teams that you've got the right people on the bus. The second concept he refers to is confront the brutal facts. So great companies focus on what do they need to stop doing that's not important. And my rhetorical question to you this morning is, how many of you are sitting here and focusing on non-urgent items? Think about that. You need to ask yourselves, what are you deeply passionate about? What can you be the best at the world at? What drives your economic engine? The third concept that he refers to is called the Hedgehog Concept. To understand what is your core business, how do you make it work going forward? The fourth one he talks about is a culture of discipline. And very few companies have a culture of discipline. It's when you have disciplined people, you don't need a hierarchical structure. You don't need excessive controls. It's about making sure that you are in control of what you're looking at. And the fifth one is technology. And lastly, the most important one that I want to share with you is he talks about a level 5 leadership. And level 5 leadership are fanatically driven. They're infected with an incurable need to produce results. So it's more plow than show horse. Level 5 leaders, and I'm hoping that all of us sitting around this room today are level 5 leaders, are ambitious, but their ambition is more about foremost to the institution, not to themselves. Level 5 leaders are fanatically driven to produce results. And I know in my own position, I'm fanatical about driving results, and I'm conscious of making sure that I'm not focusing on the non-urgent items. So ladies and gentlemen, in conclusion is, I just want to end off with the following statements. First of all, do something that is making you happy. And hopefully today, sitting in this room, you're doing something that is making you happy. Take control. Focus on the concrete action that is within your control. Don't focus on the things that you don't want to do. Change your viewpoint. Stop complaining for 24 hours. If you hate your job so much, think about how much you'd hate being unemployed. Fight your fears and believe you can. And lastly, as women, self-doubt is one reason why women don't take opportunities presented to them. I'm pleading with you, take this opportunity from VW that we are offering, use this, take it into your hands, develop networks, mentor others, and I believe that you can fly. Thank you very, very much, Nomalanga, and back to you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Leslie. Dr. Leslie, and I'm just going to ask this, one day, can I just come into your office and just listen to you just throw all of this at me? I'm sitting there, I'm trying to type furiously all the points from good to great. So ladies, please make sure you go and revisit the link that Natalie has sent you and watch the recording of today. I love what you said. If you love what you do, you will never work a day in your life. So ladies, thank you once again to Dr. Leslie. Let's give her a round of applause. Let's use those emojis. Fantastic. Dr. Les, please pose the question for today on the chat. So ladies, you know, Lioness Lean In, we're always giving away fantastic prizes. So Dr. Les will post a question on the chat. And at the end of today, then some of you will be getting fabulous prizes from some of our speakers as well as VW. Right, so we have a great speaker line up today. I'm looking forward to it. So let's start by welcoming Meg Foray, founder of Playsense. Meg is an occupational therapist with a passion for the care and development of babies and young children. She is well known as author of Baby Sense and founding the Baby Sense company. Meg has worked in pediatrics in the USA as well as here in South Africa for 2 decades and has written 8 books. I'm ready to read those 8 books, and those are about parenting and child development. Ladies, let's welcome this gorgeous, enthusiastic woman, and her name is Meg Foray. Meg, it's over to you.
Thank you so much, Nomalanga, and thank you very much to Melanie for inviting me to be here today. I feel very privileged to be amongst such esteemed women through our beautiful continent, so thank you. Yeah, so the company, I've actually had 3 companies, but the company that I'm going to be speaking about today is Playsense, which is my edtech company. We founded Playsense in 2015, myself and my co-founder, Lara Schoenfeld, who is our Director of Education. And it really came out of a need that we saw in 3 very specific areas. First of all, there's the need for ECD, early childhood education and development for young children. We know that the future is in the hands of these children, and education is the only way that they are really going to achieve their success. And starting early is critically important. So that was the first kind of why, the first reason that we wanted to be involved in education, is because we wanted to touch human lives. The second thing is that we know that we do know that women need childcare while they go out to work. And so childcare was another critical part of empowering women through the continent of Africa and through the world, through having childcare for their children. And the third thing was that we knew that teachers were underpaid. in traditional education systems. So we developed a franchise system in which teachers are trained by our company, and they get a curriculum, and they deliver this to children in small groups in homes. So it's in-home education. And this, in that way, ticks all of the boxes. Moms can go to work, teachers earn a better salary because it's franchised, it's their own business and they earn more, and children are getting a gold standard of education. So that was the kind of the first 3 years of Playsense. And then in 2019, we grew to a point that we realized we needed a COO involved. And so we hired our first COO, and she obviously came at a bigger salary than even the founders were earning, because we had completely bootstrapped this, as I'm sure many of you have. And when she got on board, we realized we needed some funding. And that was actually when we approached Enigma Ventures, who Melanie was just speaking about now. And we approached them, their Gender Lens Fund, and we said, look, we want to scale this product, get on board with us. And they did. And they had just delivered us a term sheet in February last year. And of course, as history would have it, along came COVID. The problem with COVID is that children obviously were all in lockdown with their parents. And so there was no need for childcare anymore. And parents didn't want to pay for childcare because, to be honest, if you cast your mind back to a year ago, none of us knew whether or not we'd have jobs in a few months or whether our business would actually survive. So if we didn't know if our businesses were going to survive, why would we pay for childcare? And so we very quickly realized that our business was going to fall over if we didn't do something very rapidly. So like any entrepreneur does, you very quickly go into a room and you develop your first pivot. And that's exactly what we did. We brought our entire team together, and over the course of 4 hours, we started to work out how we could take our education system into an online education system. And over the next 72 hours, which was the weekend just before Cyril Ramaphosa announced the lockdown, we actually built an entire online portal for our parents. And so by the time lockdown hit, our parents knew that their teachers would still be connecting with their children every single day. And in addition to that, sorry about that. And in addition to that, I think if everybody just stays on mute, it'll be easier because there are the echoes. And in addition to that, our teachers' salaries would be secured. So the parents would have some input for their children. They would have an online program of stimulation for their children, and our teachers would actually be able to secure their salaries. And that was our pivot. On the basis of that, we received our funding, and we've gone from strength to strength. Our team has grown from 5 people now to about 13 or 14 of us working within the business. We have trained over 50 teachers across South Africa. We currently have 38 in-home schools running and about 5 online schools running. We have just issued an agency agreement to Dubai in the Middle East. And so we're casting our mind global now. And so we've got really, really exciting things coming up for Playsense. We believe that this is a program that can be scaled throughout the world. We know that one of the critical areas of need in education in the world is training of teachers. All of our training happens online. And so we bring teachers into our fold, we train them. From there, they go on to receive their franchise. And then they can either conduct their schools in their own homes or in parents' homes. The wonderful thing about these small groups and these small homes, in these homes, is that it's using an underutilized asset, which is people's homes. And in addition to that, because everybody's out at work during the day, and in addition to that, the small groups mean that there is a slightly lower risk of COVID and other infections for children. And so we believe that our business is future fit. We're ready to take on the world. And so we're moving into our next phase. So what lies ahead for us over the next couple of years? Well, we certainly are looking ahead to receiving new funding. We're just going into our first round of Series A funding. The funding that we received from Enigma Ventures was what is called seed funding. It just got us going to make sure we had a good proof of concept, which we very excitingly know that we do have. And so the next round of funding that we're looking for is going to be our Series A. So yeah, lots of really, really exciting things going down, big growth. We are planning on going from 40 groups over the next couple of years up to 400 groups. So that'll happen in the next couple of years. We're also looking at a wider demographic offering. So at the moment, most of the schools are aimed at kind of middle to upper class South Africans predominantly. But we know that because teachers can determine their own rates and their own fees, we will then be able to actually move it in every echelon, in every demographic in society, training the teachers with the same gold standard education and giving them the same amazing curriculum, but parents being able to access it at a price point that really works for them. So we not only wanting to expand across the demographic we're in at the moment, but across a much wider demographic offering. The second big area of growth for us over the next few years is going to be our international growth, which I've mentioned. As mentioned, we have already issued our Dubai license or Middle Eastern license. We have been approached by a group in India to have a look at India, and we know that education in India is really, really booming. And from there, we're going to move across the rest of the world. How are we going to do this? We need to have more people in our team, and we certainly do need to take to make our online or tech platform more robust. It is a wonderful tech platform, but we're going to expand it even further. So we've got plans for that. So we've got lots of exciting things coming up. And I think, you know, from me and to all of you as entrepreneurs, really, you know, kind of what are the lessons that I would share from my journey and from what I've done over the last few years. I definitely think that the most important thing is to embrace your passion. And I think that was something that Les just said, that if you're working in something you're absolutely passionate about, that really gives you meaning, it'll never feel like work. And I get up every day and it never, ever feels like work. I'm passionate about what we're delivering. Second thing is that I do recommend people look for amazing partners. There's no chance that I could ever have done what I'm doing without my partners. They are the people who really are my foils. They're the people who are the opposite of me, who really support me. So while I'm the creator, the visionary, taking a direction, my CEO is really doing it. And Lara, who's in charge of education, is maintaining gold standards there. So get an amazing partner. Third thing is get funding. What funding has done for us, it completely unlocked the business. My first business, which was Playsense, we never got funding, and I bumbled along and eventually sold it for an amount that probably was a fraction of what it would have been worth had I got funding in. So don't be scared of funding. Don't be scared of funders. They are looking for opportunities, and you are the golden opportunity. You are their ticket. And so really go out, look for funding, because it is something that just really unlocks your idea and makes it successful. And I really do believe that it is also the secret to uplifting Africa, because if we get a lot of funding coming into our companies, we're employing people, we're making opportunities, and that's the way that we actually grow this continent and change it. So get funding is my third tip. My fourth thing is it's going to be way harder than you think it's going to be. Whatever you think, however tough you think it's going to be, put 10x that. There's going to be a lot of failure. And, you know, I've been on a journey over the last month, and Sarah Dusek, who is one of our investors, took us down on a town hall and spoke to us about failure and experimentation. And I have really embraced that journey at the moment. We're looking at exactly every piece of our business and how we can improve it. Where are we failing, and how we can learn from that failure in order to continue moving and to continue growing. And then finally, I think my last tip is just to inspire your team. It really is so important that you know, your team understands your vision. You can move mountains when you inspire the people around you. The women who work in my team, we're almost an entirely all-women team. We were an all-women team until earlier this year. We now have 2 lovely gents on our team, 2 lions, but we're all lionesses, we're all mothers. And if I really can communicate what we're doing, why we're doing it, and where we're going, it means that my team will move alongside me. So inspire your team would be my final piece of advice. So there you've got it. I think that you're all amazing women. I would love to hear your stories, and I hope you managed to get something out of what we've done, what our journey has been over the last couple of years. Thank you very much. Over to you, Nomalanga.
Thank you very much, Meg. Meg, this is one woman that makes sure her time is well taken, and she gives you all the information in her time allotted. My darling, thank you so much for all the pointers that you've given us, and we wish you well. And 2 takeaways from my end. Ladies, pivot, and number 2, get the right partners. At Lionesses, we always say further together. So well done for what you are doing. You are fantastic, and we continue to wish you the best. Ladies, let's do our clap on our emojis, please. Right, I'd like to introduce our second guest speaker. Ladies, gentlemen, please can I ask that you mute your microphones? We're getting back feed. Thank you. Henry, if you can just help me with that. She is the founder of Akani Paints, which is a paint manufacturing business specializing in water-based and paint for homeowners, commercial and industrial clients. The business is situated in Tanin. I've been to Tanin, beautiful town in Limpopo, and currently has 10 permanent employees and 6 casual staff members. Ladies, let's welcome another amazing lioness, Kate Oliphant. Over to you.
Thank you very much, Nomalanga, for this warm introduction. Good morning, Lioness. Yes, as I've been introduced, my name is Kate Oliphant, paint manufacturer. Ladies, what I can say to you, I'm lonely in this business. I need more women in this paint manufacturing. As we all know that most of people that are in this business are male dominated. What I can say, what inspired me mostly, I was in construction business before, and honestly speaking, I could see the gap that people who are making more money are suppliers. Honestly, beforehand, I wanted to do manufacturing in plumbing materials, but I could, with the painting, to be honest with you, it was daunting because of how you surround yourself with people that are gonna tell you, you need to have chemical engineering, you need to have this kind of experience. If you're not good in mathematics, you cannot do the formulations. But let me be honest with you, anything, if you put your mind into it, it's possible. This industry is a very challenging industry, but it's one of the industries that it can make job creation. Fine. What inspired me mostly, I would say, I'm this person that, you know, we look at our country and we see certain industries that are not more into women. Mostly women now are in construction, but we do the actual work. However, there are people who are more interested in the interior designing, which is also part of the construction. I would advise you that please, we need more women in this industry. I'll say during the lockdown, let me be honest, when it comes to my products or my business, it was not easy because of most of my clients are building contractors. So because of most of them, their projects were closed. We have no choice but to make sure that we have to compromise, even though the industry were, during the lockdown, we opened early, but the clients were very small and we couldn't get the business. One way or the other, I had to make sure that I downscale, make sure that I rotate my employees. Nevertheless, what I will say again is, moving forward post-COVID, it has changed so many things. And I'll also encourage more women to take this opportunity that you need to be dedicated in what you're doing, and you must also embrace the journey that we're in. However, even though we're one of the fortunate industries during the lockdowns to open early, the most thing that I would say to reduce the staff members, it was daunting. I had to ask that, you know what, let me invite the internship programs. I've got 6 graduates of the internships, and these graduates are still youth. Some of them, 2 of them, they've already have masters in chemical engineering. When I advertise this, that's where I've seen the gap that, you know, there's still a huge gap. I received more than 300 applicants for our youth who are graduates and are looking for this kind of opportunities. So yes, that's where I've realized that, you know, there's still a huge gap that we can be able to fill in. And moving forward, I would say, again, with this industry, I'm very much passionate about it. Let me be honest, I don't have any background in chemical engineering, but I've got so much passion because of there's a lot that is happening. I know that so many women are in chemicals because of the beauty cosmetics or the cleaning detergents. However, we need more in this one of the paint industry. My highlight, I would say, or the challenges that I'm having currently, yes, financing is still a challenge, but let us not challenge finance as one of the stumbling blocks. One or the other, as women, let's share information. I'm in Limpopo, it's so difficult to get the raw materials. I have to go to Joburg to get it. But if we're a team and we share the information, I think it can be done. And lastly, what I can say, my advice to you, it is very important to have a positive mindset in whatever that you're doing. And please, before you start doing the business, make sure that you understand exactly what you're doing. And even during the lockdowns, those that, you know, the business didn't do well, I would say, stand up, get up, start again. If you have to change your vision or you change your plan, it's fine, as long as you don't give up. I know that there are so many people, they'll say, no, don't give up, but please, let's try to do something for our own, especially as women. Most of us, we find that we've got families who are looking up on us. So yes, Let's do it, and definitely we will conquer this journey. My advice, my last, I would say, my lioness, let us not also, pressurize each other. Let's support each other in our businesses. If you are in construction, you know that Kate, she's doing paint, let's support each other. If I know that someone is doing something else, let's support each other. I think this kind of platform, Melanie, thank you very much, because of this is one of the platforms that it's assisting us to know each other, who's doing what way. And I would say yes, and you can connect us during you're on our website, social media, because of while I'm still on social media, during the lockdown, let me be honest, I was not visible. Sometimes, as entrepreneurs, we are not the same. Some entrepreneurs who are introvert and some are extrovert. It's so easy to sell their products. So people like myself, being an introvert, I was not visible on social media, but during the lockdown, it really opened my eyes. I had to put myself on Instagrams and Facebook, and it really worked, and it's still working. So moving forward, social media is the way to go. Definitely it will have to improve. We'll be able to buy my paints online. So yes, connect us on Instagram, Akani Paints, and with the social media, with the website and the Facebook. Thank you very much. And now I'm handing over to you, Nomalanga.
Thank you, my darling Kate. I love you. She says it is possible. Get up, do it. Ladies, there's opportunities in her industry. Connect with her today. You never know. You never know what COVID has taught us, that you can pivot into something you absolutely never thought was for you. So Kate, thank you very much. And we wish you all the best. So ladies, I have seen the question. A lot of you are answering. So Dr. Leza's question to you is, what is VW's cars referred to as? Somebody said it's a lean machine, a total lean machine. Somebody said VW, the people's car. So, hey, I don't know what the answer is, but make sure you keep putting in the answers. At the end of today, we will draw the fantastic prizes. So keep at it, keep at it, keep at it. I want to now talk to you about another gorgeous lioness is doing the most. I know when we chatted earlier, Mel was like, a lady on wheels, make sure you lock your wheels. So she's locked and ready to chat to us. It is part of our popular Lioness launch feature, where we introduce to you fabulous new businesses and brands each month. Please, can I ask that your microphones are muted? Henry, please help me as well. Thank you, Lionesses and Lioness. Today, it's my pleasure to introduce Liz Creates, founder of Astara Studio. Liz uses her skill set in strategic brand management to businesses and organizations. She offers guidance on business intelligence and branding on her YouTube channel. And guys, YouTube is trending. So make sure if you can set up one of those, do that for your business. You'll be pleasantly surprised. And she believes in exchanging and sharing insights and wisdom. She has authored a book on the transition process from part-time hustles to full-time careers. Ladies, let's do a virtual welcome. My darling Liz, it is over to you. Yeah, you're muted, Liz. You're muted. Thank you.
There we go. Yeah. Thank you, Nomalanga. And thank you, Lionesses of Africa, for this wonderful opportunity. Before I get into who I am, what I do, and to the launch part of this, I would like to start off with a quote from Seth Godin, that marketing is not about the stuff we make anymore, it's about the stories we tell. So there's many shifts happening in marketing. And one of those shifts being that people do not want to be sold to anymore. People are experiencing high levels of social media burnout and fatigue. But at the same time, they're realizing that they have great purchasing power and that they put that purchasing power behind brands they trust, brands they resonate with when it comes to a brand's values, and also brands that do positive things that, try to positively impact the lives of the people on the planet. So this is sometimes where brands get it wrong. Where does this leave us as the brands? We're trying to make livelihoods, we're trying to build businesses, How do we stop selling, but we need to get our product or service out there? The key is storytelling. So we connect to each other's experiences, we listen to each other's stories, we use our emotion, and through that we find connection. And brands get it wrong by being unrelatable, almost separate from reality, yet they have such a big impact on reality. So who am I? I'm Liz. I'm the founder and the lead strategist for Astara Studio. And what we do at Astara Studio is that we help build, voice, and amplify your brand stories so that you actually have, you can thrive in the market that you are in. So this year, we've launched an online coaching program that I'm very excited about called Building a Brand Story. It's an 8-week online coaching program for entrepreneurs and also marketing managers in small businesses. It's for people who are themselves experiencing that social media burnout from a business point of view. I'm sure we can all relate to that, specifically now with COVID happening. It's also for entrepreneurs and small businesses who don't have the funds to spend with agencies when it comes to their content marketing, but they know that they have an important story to tell. So this online coaching program, it's really going to help people and business owners take control of their content marketing, to make them feel confident and excited to take on content marketing, to do it with ease and efficiency because they have the right tools and skill sets to do it in their businesses. We'll be taking 5 people in June for this online coaching program because it is very intimate. Although there's an overall structure, we do it with more of a custom lens. So there's work we do between, sorry, people, can you please mute? Thank you. And we take in 5 people. It is quite custom. I'll leave in the chat box, I'll leave all our social media links, and I'll also leave the application form link for the online coaching program. And I can also assist you. I just want to also offer my support to this community. You can join our complimentary Facebook group called Building Brand Love, where we regularly share education, tips, tools on how to take control of your marketing, specifically your content marketing. And I'd like to leave you with this quote. It's an old quote, but it's gold, from Maya Angelou. And it is, people will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will not forget how you made them feel. So remember that when you're doing your branding and marketing. It's about your story. It's about connecting with someone about what you are most passionate about. And I love that there's this thread that's happened throughout today with people speaking about loving what you do. It's just sharing that. It's sharing that love for what you do. Just sharing that. So thank you very much, Lionesses, for the opportunity. And thank you, Nomalanga. Over to you.
Thank you, my darling Liz. You are trending already on the chat. We are our brands and storytelling. I am fantastically excited the fact that you brought up storytelling. I always say to people, a nugget of your story could propel somebody else to live out their destiny, their purpose, their passion. So ladies, continue to tell your stories, and follow Liz as well on her social media channels. And you never know, we might just know you very, very soon as a storyteller. Please give her a round of applause. Thank you once again, Liz. So now I come to the favorite part of today. This is our Lioness Launch Open Mic, where I invite 5 women entrepreneurs to come and share news of their new businesses, their products or services being launched right now. So, ladies, I hope you are ready, because I am. We have a great lineup, so let's get underway. Each woman entrepreneur will have 2 minutes to tell us more about what they are launching. And ladies, you know your 2 minutes. Keep it tight, keep it mwah, so we get the meat of who you are, and then end off as well with your social media handles, which you can put on the group. So I want to introduce them, and then we will start their 2 minutes pitch. First up, I've got Indrani Govender. She is the founder of Playsense Construction. My second lioness is Susan Granger, founder of Nubian Queen on 101. I have Naledi Tuna, known as Chef Naledi. I have Inga Sibata, founder Stitched by Inga and Stitched by Inga Kids. And lastly, I have Tulufelo Moahi, founder Eat and Sip Some Africa. So I'm going to introduce Indrani Govender, founder of Playsense Construction. Indrani, your 2 minutes starts now. Over to you.
Good morning to one and all of you lovely lionesses. I hope you're ready to roar this morning. My name is Indrani Govender and I am the founder of Playsense Construction. After attending a woman empowerment workshop and hitting rock bottom in my life, listening to a motivational speaker, I decided to throw away my poverty and bring in my own success. And I hope that this launch that we are in today will motivate one and all of y'all. Playsense Construction is a 100% female-owned company situated in KwaZulu-Natal. We specialize in building maintenance, facility maintenance, electrical, and 2 years ago launched the ICT sector. We are registered with the NHBRC program, Master Builders, the Plumbing Association, and the Electrical Board. Some of our customers are Eskom, Outsurance, Bidvest Facility Management, and Bidvest Tank Terminals, also including the Department of Health. Recently, I've launched a program, launched a product which we are very excited about. We have partnered with IET Africa. Sandiswa is actually on us in this with us in this meeting, the founder for Hotspot. So since I am in the plumbing industry, we use the hotspot to bring down your electricity bill by 27%. Yes, ladies, by 27%. So it's all about we remaining in business to make sure that we do our business innovatively, finding a solution for the customer so you know that the customer is going to be needing your solutions. So I hope that each and one of us, all of us, will start looking for innovative ideas and finding ways where we can make our businesses to help customers find a solution. I would like to end off today by sharing 4 lessons that I have taken from Deborah Malawa, the Vice President of Coca-Cola. And she said, fear of failure is our greatest challenge. And she says, speak up, stand up, and build a sisterhood. Together, I think we can do so much more. Also, I forgot to mention that I'm also the director for South Africa for Market Next International Business Forum, where we connect businesses in 22 countries. Thank you. And I hand you over to Nomalanga.
Thank you very much, Indrani. Because I'm a nice lady, please give us one of your social media handles very quickly.
Connect me on Facebook, on Indrani Govender, or Playsense Construction. Also on LinkedIn. Thank you.
Well done. Thank you very much, ladies. Let's give her a round of applause. It's not easy to be first, but you did well, my darling. You did well. Next up is Susan Granger, founder Nubian Queen on 101. My darling Susan, your 2 minutes starts now.
Hi, good morning, Lionesses. My name is Susan Granger, and I'm a founder of Nubian Queen on 101, as well as Nubian Q Urban Boutique Farms. At Nubian Queen on 101, we make international luxury genuine leather bags and accessories. They are all 100% locally made right here in Johannesburg. And we sell all our bags on our online store, as well as our collab store based in California called Shop Consciously. Our bags have been shown in both Paris and New York shows, and we are a proudly African brand. At Nubian Queen on 101, at Nubian Queen Urban Boutique Farms, we grow 100% organic vegetables, herbs, and trees, mostly exotic, meaning not commonly available in the supermarket, using a method called restoration agriculture. Our aim is to rehabilitate Mother Nature from all the damage that we have caused while growing good food. We also teach and create food gardens for others using the same method. We aim to have
this feeling for you.
you know, just to put it in a bottle. And
ladies, please can I ask that you mute your microphones? I'm sorry about that, Susan. You can continue. You are on mute, Susan. Thank you.
We aim to have access to real food in Africa, and we are creating food security through our seed bank that we started creating and curating 2 years ago. Africa is my passion, and let's build it, inspire others to do the same. At Nubian Queen Group, we create experiences. Nubian Queen on 101 can be found at www.nubianqueenon101 and at shopconsciously.com. On Instagram, our handle is Nubian Queen on 101, and at Nubian Q Urban Boutique Farms, our Instagram is Nubian Q Urban Patch. Thank you so much, Lionesses. I hope you enjoy the day. And I would love to show you, here are some of the products that we make at Nubian Queen on 101 as the bags. And at Nubian Q Urban Farms, we make stuff like that. I picked this for you this morning.
Thank you, Susan.
Thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Well done. Susan, please take me to New York the next time you go. Thank you. Up next is Naledi Tuna. Chef Naledi, your 2 minutes starts now. Chef Naledi, you are on mute, darling.
Sorry about that. Thank you, Noms. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Lions and Lionesses. I'm Naledi, as Noms has said. I'm a chef, but I'm also a nutritionist and also the creative director for cookwithchefnaledi.co.za, which is what we're launching today. So this is just, over the years, I have grown exponentially, both locally and globally, and through brand partnerships as well. As a chef, I'm also a mother, so everything that I do is family oriented. I think all over my social media pages, everybody says that chef mom, that nutritionist. So over the years, as I was growing, the most common feedback was, where do we find all your recipes? Where do we find everything about nutrition that you always share on social media? And for me, it was, or when are you writing your cookbook? Then for me, it was, no, I need a resource that would be people will be able to access it globally at any time. So this resource, which is cookwithchefnaledi.co.za, you can access it now. So you guys are the first people to hear about this, is live. It's a platform with recipes, videos, nutritional facts, and all that. So for me, not to go through the cookbook route was for me to be able to reach the global market. You can access it at the hands, at your fingertips, and say you're at the shops and you need that recipe, then you can always be able to access it. Now, this resource is in partnership with a number of brands, and we have partnered, and it is at no cost to you for now. And this will mean that you are able to sign up and do everything, access all the resources on there free of charge. The great thing about it is also, it is also continuously updated, unlike a once-off cookbook where you buy it and then it's on your shelf. With this platform, then you are able to see everything that I do with other brands. So I hope you do sign up and hope to see all you lionesses and lions on that platform. So again, you can reach me. The resource is www.cookwithchefnaledi.co.za. My social media handles on Instagram at chef_Naledi, or you can on Facebook at Chef Naledi. That's it. Thank you so much.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, Chef Naledi. We swiftly move on to our second last open mic entrepreneur, Inga Sebata, founder Stitch by Inga and Stitch by Inga Kids. Your 2 minutes starts now.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for this platform to be able to talk about Stitch by Inga. So Stitch by Inga and Stitch by Inga Kids is a brand that started 3 years ago. What started it really, I was a mom of a 1 year, 3-month-old baby and a 7-month-old baby. And I felt, I felt overwhelmed by motherhood. I felt my life revolved around breastfeeding, changing nappies, not sleeping at night. And so I decided to go back to my initial passion, which is making clothes. And when I started Stitch by Inga, really, the point was never to make it a business, surprisingly enough. So I enrolled myself at Vega, and I left my kids every Saturday for a full day to go and study fashion design and seamstressing at Vega. And I left them with my husband every single Saturday for a year. And I started making clothes for myself slowly but surely, because I couldn't find things that I liked at your retail stores. And so I started making my own stuff. And people started seeing me wearing my own stuff and they'd inquire and ask. And my first client, I used to make pencil skirts for her. And obviously she would tell other people and other people would tell other people. And just like that, Stitch by Inga grew and it started becoming a business. And my unique selling points really, when I first started, because of the inconvenience of having to go to the seamstress or go to the designer, I go to clients for measurements, the ones that are Joburg based, that is, go to them for measurements. We do fittings at their house, we deliver to their house. So I take as much inconvenience out of the client's life as possible, and we absorb all of that inconvenience for the client. And I'd say what has grew my business so much is really the client service, the paying attention to detail, the listening to what the client says, and understanding their feedback and what they would like to get made and what they want. And that's how my business has grown. When I first started it, I used to sew out of one of our the guest bedrooms. I used to sew out of our guest bedrooms. I bought myself a small table. I used to sew out of our guest bedrooms 2 years ago. The guest bedrooms became too small. I moved into our laundry. Quickly, the laundry became too small because the client base was growing, and then converted our double garage into my studio. And then as early as last year, October, started building like a proper studio and a fitting room and an experience and a showroom for Stitch by Inga. So I'm very grateful to the 3 years and how much the business has grown. And I have to be honest, it's mostly through word of mouth. It's mostly has been through the client service we provide and how happy we leave a lot of our clients. And so that was Stitch by Inga. Stitch by Inga Kids launched last year, September, because I was starting to get a lot of moms, particularly who wanted to match with their baby girls and their baby boys, or, they're going to a wedding, they want a whole family affair with mom, husband, and kids. And so that propelled the Stitch by Inga Kids launch, and that
Inga,
launched last
your 2 minutes is long done, darling. Can we have your social media?
I'll put my social media on the chat, but it's Stitch by Inga on Instagram and Stitch by Inga Kids on Instagram, but I'll also put it on the chat.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, my darling. Please give her a round of applause. And last but by no means last, please welcome Tsulu Felo. Tsulu, your 2 minutes starts now.
Morning, Lionesses. As I take a sip from Africa, that is our ginger beverage that we produce. And our product is locally produced and locally packaged. And we started off just making khamere for friends, makotis that would want to impress their mamazales. And that's how the brand started. And from then on, it became a business. We now supply restaurants, we supply funeral parlors. And just before COVID, we actually were piloted on an airline where we used to provide khamere, because we believe it's an indigenous beverage that has been around for a long time. And we decided to commercialize it and not make it just for Mikiti when there's just ceremonies at home, but also to make it available daily. So making it a household brand and product. it's a subsidiary of Beverages of Africa, where we aim to be the one-stop shop for beverages ranging from khemere, juice, water, ice, any beverage, alcoholic and non-alcoholic, and all of them produced by township entrepreneurs. We are a very excited team to take everybody along on this journey. And we have a slogan for Sipsum Africa to say, wherever Sipsum Africa goes, so will other brands. And that's why we built Beverages of Africa. So if you are a restaurant, a caterer, chef Naledi, please talk to us. And our Facebook handle is Sipsum_Africa, the same as Instagram, Sipsum_Africa. Thank you, ladies. Over to you.
Woohoo! Thank you, Tulo. Thank you. You and I are going to do a course on 2-minute pitching. It's not easy to do 2 minutes, ladies. Trust me, some of us started at 5 and now we're actually on 30 seconds. So we're going to do that together, Tulo, right? Fantastic. Right. So now we have the prizes. And I want to tell you what the prizes are. Make for a Playsense. You get 5 double tickets to our Women at Work event, and I'm sure we're seeing that up, Henry. I hope that is up. We also have Playsense Play Group for a delegate's child, and also free training to become a PS teacher. Our 4th prize is Liz Creates from Ostara Studio, brand audit SME. How I would love that. And lastly, from Volkswagen, 1,000 Rand to purchase Volkswagen lifestyle accessories. Dr. Liz, I'm handing it over to you. Who are our 5 winners from the question you posed?
Right, thank you, Nomalanga. Well, it gives me great pleasure to announce the 5 winners. The question, just to recap, was what is VW's car referred to? And obviously it's referred to as the People's Car. And as I launched that, we have verified the 5 names. So first of all, I'd like to read them out clearly to everybody. The first candidate is Tharush Govender, was to everybody. The second candidate was a Terry. The third candidate was a Lariska Schnarnek. The 4th candidate was a Lumka, and the 5th candidate was a Toko. And we verified this with the times as well. So as I left at 9:17, it's all been verified. So well done to those 5 winners. Thank you.
Dr. Liz, thank you very much. To my 5 winners, please enjoy your prizes. Lioness Lean In always gives fantastic prizes. And now I want to hand over to my founder and CEO of Lionesses of Africa, just to say some final words. Melanie, it's over to you.
Nomalanga, thank you so much. And thank you so much to everyone this morning. I thought some of the presentations, well, all of the presentations this morning were absolutely fantastic. They were inspirational. It shows the depth and the breadth of the incredible variety of women's entrepreneurship that we have in Africa. And I think above all, it just shows women are tenacious. They want to grow their businesses. They want to access that funding. They want to get ready to scale. They want to take their businesses to the next level. And I'm looking forward to seeing a lot of those businesses that we've heard today really do that this year. I know last year was a difficult year for everybody. This is the year we really now try and take off and make up for that lost time. So thank you to everyone who's been here today. Keep looking out on what's coming up at Lioness of Africa. Over the next 2 months, we are going to be announcing and launching some really, really amazing things. We're going to let you all know first, all of our fantastic Lioness Lean In attendees. You've been so loyal, you keep coming back time and again, you're part of our community. We'll let you know first. Keep looking out in the Good Morning Lionesses. If you're not already subscribed to our daily newsletter, do it now. Natalie, will you just post up the link to sign up for our daily newsletters and our weekly Lioness Weekender magazine? And also we're going to be sharing with you today, as I said, our newly launched The Business of Funding podcast. You'll be listening to Nomalanga interviewing some of the most incredible, knowledgeable people who will help you to really prepare yourselves to take your business to the next level and attract that key funding. And like I say, lastly, please, if you haven't already completed our South African Women Entrepreneur Job Creators Survey, we really need to hear your insights now. So we'll be sharing that link with you today. Please, if you can, do that for us. And we can help you by understanding more what's going on in your businesses and where we need to help you to grow, to create those much needed jobs. Have a great rest of day. Stay safe, and Nomalanga, Back to you.
Thank you very much, Melanie. And there's just one question I see that has been hovering quite a bit, and it says, what opportunities is VW offering to Lionesses? We will put that on our Lionesses platform, so look out for the answer to that. It wraps up today's fourth Lioness Lean In of 2021. To people I know on this platform, it's absolutely been phenomenal having you with us. To our newbies, please make sure you just join the journey, be part of 1.3 million women in the African continent that are on this amazing platform. Thank you once again to Lizi Kalala, founder of Yellow Owl, our amazing sign language interpreter. Tuli, people are wanting to connect to you. I've seen that on the chat, so please do that. And thank you once again to our impact partner, Volkswagen Group South Africa. Thank you very much, Dr. Les. I will make an appointment just to come sit and just listen and just take it all in. Ladies, I look forward to seeing you once again. Our next event is in June, so when the emails go around, please make sure you sign up. Thank you to all our beautiful Lionesses, our speakers. We wish you the best. We wish you absolutely the best, and thank you to our tech team at the back. It has been a wonderful day. Enjoy the rest of your morning. My name is Nomalanga Sithole, Intombe Malamalanga Ujobe Kamachana Umondise. God bless. We love you. We're putting on the music. Vibe with us, and you are free to log off, and we'll catch you next time.